He has been and all that he will be. And we thank God for the glorious acts that he has declared in our lives. And we thank God for how he keeps on doing great things.
Yes.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes. Amen.
Keeps doing great things.
Yes.
When it seems like it's all said and done, here comes God again, working it out for my good.
Yes, Lord.
And so I thank God for the scripture says all things work together for the good of them that love God and are called according to his purpose. So one thing I do know, once you've been declared, everything you go through is for a purpose.
Yes, it is.
For his goodness. So we should not be worried about the situation. We should just thank God.
Thank God.
For the outcome. Amen. First Lady, give me St. John's chapter 9. St. John's chapter 9, verses 1 through 7. St. John chapter 9, verses 1 through 7. And you maybe grab 11. This is still in St. John's 11, 1 through 6. But I do know I want to read out of the scriptures of St. John's 9, 1 through 7. I may paraphrase a little bit with the last scripture, but I thank God for what he is showing us in this hour and what he is doing. For y'all that missed it, it's St. John's chapter 9, verses 1 through 7. And St. John's chapter 11, 1 through 6. I just don't know if I'm going to use the second part of the scriptures, but if so, to God be the glory. I thank God because through all this that we are endeavoring, through all this that we are going through all this that we have been declaring, one thing we do know, God is still God.
Yes, he is.
All by himself.
Yes, he is.
And for a few moments of time, I just want to use for a topic for the glory of God. For the glory of God. The problem with having the glory of God, you got to realize the bad goes with the good. Oh, y'all quiet now. You got to understand that everything, when you get into the glory of God, you got to understand there's going to be some trials and tribulations that must come for you to understand that there is glory.
Yes. All for his glory.
Now I tell y'all this, y'all would have never knew it was a sunny day until y'all seen a cloudy day.
All right now.
You never knew it was raining unless you seen a day that was dry.
All right.
You never knew it was cold, but besides you knew it was warm.
Right.
So in order to know that God gives glory, you have to go through tests and trials.
All right.
Somebody say amen.
Amen.
And in order to get the glory, he said, if you suffer with me,
Well, you're right about it.
you'll reign with me.
Come on.
That means if you can stand this struggle,
Yes.
on the other side there is glory.
Yes.
But we have to go through the struggle.
Yes, sir.
And we got this new saying now. Well, the world has a new saying: the struggle is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all ain't saying nothing to me. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me.
Struggle is real.
Struggle is real.
Like that.
And it's true. The struggle is real. In spite of what you think, this struggle, this is real right here. This thing I'm going through right here,
Real to
this
me.
is real. Yeah, yes. You may look at me cross-eyed because I'm going through this and it don't seem to be nothing to you, but this thing right here, to me, this may be the straw that almost broke the camel's back.
Come on now.
The only reason why we make it through is because of God.
Yes.
For in him I live, I move, I have my being. It ain't got nothing to do with us. It don't have nothing to do with what's inside of you, but God's spirit dwells inside of you. That's all that matters, because he gives you the encouragement even when you're having the worst day of your life and you want to just pull the drapes and throw the cover up over your head and tell everybody go away, and you laying in the dark all by yourself weeping and crying. He gives you the encouragement in your heart to get up out of bed and wash your face. It's through his grace.
Yeah, come on now.
Ain't nothing of yourself. Some of y'all probably didn't want to get up this morning because some of the things that you endured through this last week. I ain't talking about the week before that or the week or the last year. I'm talking about this week that we just dealt with. There was enough that we went through this last week that could make you just fold up and just crawl into a barrel and die.
Come on now. Tell it. Tell it now.
It's enough. But to God be the glory.
Yeah.
Because I know through this, and he said this in his word, this too shall pass.
Yes.
And so one thing I know, weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming. I just have to understand that I have to go through the struggle to get to my joy. Because there's no way around it. There's no way to get there unless I go through this thing. I have to suffer some things to be.
Yes.
And if I don't suffer this thing, I can't find the glory of God.
Tell it.
So I imagine that Israel should have got through and got into the promise and realized that the suffer was over. But Israel stayed in suffering for long periods of time because of disobedience and being stiff-necked and being hard-headed and being rebellious and doing what they wanted to do, saying what they wanted to say, acting how they wanted to act. That was Israel's problem. Zion, what's wrong with you?
Oh, yeah.
Zion, what's up?
Come on now.
What's wrong with you, Zion?
Yeah.
Well,
I imagine that God's getting to a place with us, he's getting tired, because I reminded on last week, he said that if the tree don't bear no fruit, to cut it out.
Yeah.
goodness.
Come on now.
Zion, what is wrong?
Don't tell him.
Said if the tree ain't gonna do right,
Deuce.
if it ain't gonna do right, it ain't gonna do what I called it to do. Get out the way for I can get somebody in there, in that place, in that space that's ready to do what I called it to do.
Well,
Come on
you're right
now.
about it.
Tell it.
And listen, the calling ain't for your glory, it's for God's glory. So quit patting yourself on the back because somebody want to call you a little, God gave you a little title, and quit patting yourself on the back thinking you somebody, because that don't make you nobody. Because if you can't declare what he put inside of you, you ain't great anyhow.
Oh, my goodness. Tight, but it's right.
And this ain't that. Look at this, me being here in this place, in this position. I ain't getting no glory out of this. God's getting all the glory out of this because I was obedient to him and subject to him. I was willing to go through the storm and the rain. I was willing to go through the people looking at me cross-eyed and talking about me behind my back, kiss me on my cheek with the mafia spirit. That's in the church, the mafia spirit, where they kiss you on the cheek and stab you in the back. The mafia spirit is here in the church where folks that talk to you and smile in your face and stab you in the back. The song said they was the backstabbers.
Yeah. Come on now. Tell it.
I feel it in my spirit today, missionary. I feel this thing in my spirit because I'm trying to show it. We got to get to the glory part of God. We got to get to the glory part. And one thing I do know is folks is going to be folks all the rest of their life. People are going to be people all the rest of their life. And people will sit in the front on the pulpit, and sit on the pulpit, on the mother's board, on the deacon board as a missionaries, as ministers. And y'all ain't saying that back to me now. Let me talk now. They're set in these positions and be meaner than a junkyard dog. Won't have a dime worth of anointing. Won't have nothing inside of them. Listen, they won't tell you nothing right. Always murmuring and complaining. And listen, and then they want to talk about, I got the glory of God. You don't got nothing on you with that.
Come on now.
You hellraiser.
Tell it. Come on now.
And I'm not cussing. I'm telling you what you got inside of you, you hellraiser.
Yeah.
Ain't no glory in nobody complaining all day. I can't get no glory out of you like that. When you complaining, I'm trying to get over the hill. You complaining so much, I done rolled back down the hill with you, you crawdad.
Oh my goodness.
Let me, where my scripture was at? I was finna read
Don't
something.
let the Lord have his place in this place.
I'm finna read.
My God.
I'm finna read.
Let the Lord move.
Oh, my Lord. My Lord is.
Oh
My Lord.
Dry my eyes.
Yes.
Let me share something with y'all right here. A lot of times, God's glory takes so long to reach people because we're in the way.
Yes.
We're in the way with our disobedience and our unorganizational skills, and we think we know it all when we don't know nothing. We talking out of our own flesh instead of out of the Spirit of God. And when you talk out of yourself, all you giving is self-revelation, and that don't mean nothing to me.
Oh, wow.
Lord, that don't give God no glory. You speaking out of your own self-revelation. It may make you feel good because you told somebody something, but that ain't did nothing for God.
No, it ain't. Come on now, bitches. Tell it.
I had to get a little drink. My throat dry.
For the glory of God. Come on, bitches.
Trying to show you that we're being bamboozled. We've been hoodwinked. Because folks are telling you things that ain't no truth to it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And then I reminded the scripture said to know the truth.
Come on now.
Truth shall
Make you free.
make you free. But you can't be free when you live in a lie. And I told y'all, be careful. Be careful of folks that are liars. That's why Jesus said, no liar shall tarry in his sight. Be careful of liars, because liars will tell lies so long, they start believing the lie that they told you. And they get you convinced enough that you start believing it too. Oh, y'all better pray for me. I done fooled around with crazy up in here.
Just take your time.
I'm trying to show y'all, trying to share with y'all the glory. God's trying to get the glory out of each person's life in his room, but he needs you to be willing and able to do the work that he has put inside of you.
Come on now, you saying something.
Yes.
Listen. We can't be on both sides of the fence and do the glory of God. We can't do the work of God and we live in on. The Bible said, hot or cold, I will accept you.
I'll spill you.
Straddling the fence, I can't tell if you're gonna roll with him or if you're gonna roll with me. If you're on both sides of the fence, I don't know who I'm actually dealing with. If you're on both sides of the fence, and see the problem with the church today, we want to be on both sides. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I want to be with the world. I want to rock with the world. I want to run with the world. I want to go out and cut up. I want to do my thing. I want to titsy roll. But you only act like that because that's what the church produced to you. That's what the church showed you. That's what the church told you was okay. The sticky leg a little while and then come to the church and shout and dance and you ain't living a dime worth of nothing. And the church told you it was okay, baby. They pat you on the back and told you it was okay. But God ain't getting no glory out of that because God said, if you want to be with me, you got to live holy and acceptable unto God, for that is your reasonable service. I didn't tell you get a break Monday through Thursday that you can go out and do what you want to do and sock it to who you want to sock it to. God didn't give us that. He said we got to live holy and acceptable every day. So that is our reasonable service.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Come on. Sit down. Come on, sit down. We're trying to get the clock, trying to get done. It's got a little more to. We got time. We got things we got to get done.
Preach this thing.
I'm convinced in my spirit that God's trying to take us up to another place. I'm convinced in my spirit God's trying to take us to another level. I'm convinced today that Bible said they that hunger and thirst after his righteousness shall be filled. I'm convinced today we're living in the last and evil days that men are coming to be filled of his righteousness, of his glory, of his majesty, of the mighty acts that he does. I'm convinced that it's coming to pass, that it's coming along the way. But I see still in the church that we are living a dark day.
Because they seek it. Come on now.
Yeah.
And so our jobs as leaders is first of all, let me share this to all leaders. Our jobs first as leaders is to be a leader. Y'all missed that whole thing. Y'all missed that. I said to the rights, the thing, and as a leader first is to be. And you can't lead from the back. You're not no leader standing in the back. Now what you are doing is letting somebody lead you.
You gotta follow.
So you got to learn how to be a leader. Now, in order to be a leader, now understand this. See what I just said. This all comes together. In order to be a good leader, you have to also know how to be a great follower. Y'all missed that whole thing. Y'all missed the whole thing. Because you got to follow Christ.
Right. That's right. Come on now. You make it plain.
Oh, my Lord.
You're right about
my Lord.
Yeah. That's the truth. It's the truth.
We are walking up the Kingdom Highway, trying to give God the glory back out of our life. But through this walk, through this storm, through these miserable hours, through these dark nights and these miserable days, we seem to get lost somewhere in the struggle.
Come on now.
You're right. Come on now.
And I know you say, oh, I'm doing good. You know, one thing you need to do is understand when you're doing good and you're not doing good. Convince yourself you're doing good, you'll stay in misery the rest of your life. Because what you're telling, now listen to what I'm telling you. Hold on a minute. Listen to what I'm telling you. Because when you say you're doing good and you're in misery, that means your misery is good. That means your misery is good. And I don't know nobody in here that when they having that miserable time say, "Ooh, this is good. Ooh, this is good. This is good stuff right here." But we're looking to get over into the promise where He promised us to be. But you can't get to the promise when you're stuck in misery. The problem with Israel was they got to a place where God had told them there was a land that was promised. He didn't only do that, but God said, "Go in and spy out the land. See that it is plentiful. See that it is great. See that there's abundance over there." And listen, you don't have to do nothing when you get there, but enjoy yourself.
Come on now.
It's already done.
Come on.
Everything you're going to need, everything you're going to want of, everything that you have a desire to have, it's all in the land. All you got to do is get there. The problem with getting from misery to promise is the midst of the wilderness.
Yeah.
And we're missing the glory of God for living in wilderness situations.
Come on now.
Well, why am I living out here in misery? First of all, look at your company that you keep.
You can do it.
Hey, listen. When Israel was out there in that misery, when they got in the wilderness, they got stuck because of the company they kept. There was some folk up in there, and it wasn't no 50 or 60. It was 2 or 3 of them that had a mind and a desire to murmur and complain, saying we had it better when we was in bondage. How in the world you have it better in misery when you already see a promise is so good you can't even speak on it? It's so good and you can't even tell somebody of the goodness that's over there, because you got to tell them, come on, you got to see for yourself. You got to see them for yourself, because this is so good I can't even describe it in words. I can't even put it in a word that's good enough to explain what we're going to go into. But they let them know it's a whole bunch of stuff. And look, at everybody out here gonna have their own stuff. You ain't gonna have to worry about what I got, because you're gonna be so marveled. You're gonna marvel so much over your own stuff. You ain't gonna have time to be looking at me worried about what I got.
Come on now.
That was the promise that He promised us. It's going to be so much over here. Look, I ain't going to have to worry about what Nick's got, because I'm going to be so involved in what I got. I'm going to be so involved in my mansion. Y'all ain't saying that. I'm going to be so involved with my driveway that I ain't going to have to worry about what he got, because my stuff's going to overwhelm me.
Come on now, tell it. Don't worry about it.
Trying to see the glory of God. And we're trying to look at the glory of God through eye or through a mind that says that we shouldn't have to suffer no more. That we shouldn't have to go through this. Oh, poor me. The woe me spirit. Why I have to go through again. See, and see, the bad thing of that situation is a lot of times we think we're the only one going through because it's us going through it. But you don't know the story that I'm going through. You don't know my story that I'm going. You don't know what I just suffered through last week because I never told you about it. But if I told you, it'd make your hair stand up on your head and your neck crawl and it make your knees buckle and it make your socks roll down into your shoes because I've been through a storm. But listen, it's not going to deter me from getting to my glory. Because if you can hold on for a minute, you'll start seeing your glory unravel right in front of you. You'll start seeing the promises unravel right in front of you. I was talking to First Lady, and we've been going through some things, and I was telling First Lady, I said, I see God already making a way, already turning it for our good, already pouring out blessings that we have not room to receive. I already see it. And even though we're still walking in a storm, God says, look, I got to give you a little light for you to understand what direction to keep walking into. So I thank God. I thank God. And he stops me from getting discouraged when I'm going through. Well, how you do that, Pastor? Because when I'm going through, he puts joy in my heart. He puts joy in my heart. He puts gladness in my spirit. And there are days I can come in and I can be weary and I can be drought and I can be dragging my feet. And listen, that ain't gonna do y'all no good. And listen, it ain't gonna do me no good neither. It ain't gonna do me a bit of good. Yeah, I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be worrisome. I'm gonna be crying. And y'all gonna look at me and some of y'all gonna start crying because I'm crying. And you don't even know what you're crying for. You just gonna start crying because I'm crying. And you gonna be like, what pastor going through? Oh Lord, I hope my pastor be all right. It ain't your fight to fight. And that's what we got to be careful too. When we're trying to get the glory of God, we got to understand sometimes we put people in positions that they shouldn't be in. Got people fighting your fight because you're so miserable. But we trying to get to the glory of God.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Come on, read me a couple of these scriptures. I'm gonna get out your way. I gotta hurry up. I'm gonna hurry up.
And as Jesus passed by,
read.
He saw a man which was blind from his birth.
He saw a man that was blind. And listen, Jesus is walking by today and he's looking at us and he's trying to check us out and make sure everything's okay. But through his journey walking by, he sees blind people.
All right now.
And this is talking about natural death, but I'm talking about spiritual, because there's a scripture that says, how do you see men? And he said, I see men as trees. Jesus said, come on, you need another touch.
All right, some of us
and sometimes we are blind in our spirit and we seeing people that in a place and in a situation that we shouldn't see people in. Why you say that, Pastor? Because when we see people the wrong way, that makes us become judges of men. Right. Because we start seeing men as trees instead of as men. Jesus said, I come and I see as what's in a man's, the intents in a man's heart. That's why Jesus said, I look beyond their faults. Saw their needs. How did he see their needs? Because he saw the intent of their heart. He saw what was going on inside. See, listen, the outer man, the flesh can be a deceiver. Our flesh can be deceptive. Our flesh can make us look ways sometimes that it really is not on us. And so we have to be careful. We have to be careful. So Jesus said, I walked past and saw a man which was blind from his birth. Read.
And his disciples asked him,
read,
saying, Master, who did sin? This man or his parents, that he was born blind?
First of all, you quit listening to the namesayers in your life. Because when he walked by, the first thing, see, this is what namesayers do. What did you do wrong that made you be in that state? But sometimes you don't have to do nothing for God to do something in your life that he can get the glory out of it later on. You just got to be willing to suffer through the storm until your blessing arrives.
That's right.
This man had been blind from his birth, and now he's a grown man.
Come on.
And he's sitting in the city, and Jesus walks in the city, and Jesus said, hey, that man blind right there. And the first thing his disciples would say was, who messed up?
Yes.
Did he mess up? Or did his mom and daddy mess up? Understanding the concept of that, first of all, how could I mess up and I wasn't even born yet?
I was born this way. Come on.
I came in this world with this condition.
All right.
Oh, y'all missed it. Y'all missed it. I came here with this condition. I didn't come and I found my way. I was already with this condition when I came here.
Born in iniquity. Come on.
Some of y'all, when y'all come to Christ, y'all came with a condition.
All right now.
That's why he said, come, all you that are heavy laden.
Yes.
And I will give you rest. We got to understand that if you can do it by yourself, we would have never needed Jesus to come and sacrifice his life on an old worrisome tree. And then he didn't only do that, he said, I was bruised for your iniquities. And the chastisement of my peace was upon me. And by these stripes, you are healed. And that's why you can still sing the song, the blood still works.
It works.
Because it's only through his blood we have found ourselves in these places, because his blood covers us. Blood keeps that harm from taking us out before our time. That's one thing I do know. God is never going to let nothing happen before your time.
Come on now.
As long as you stay in his will. That's why we got to understand the glory. Come on, read for me, First Lady.
Jesus answered,
What did he say?
neither hath this man sinned,
That man didn't sin,
nor his parents,
nor did his parents.
but
Read.
that the works of God
Read.
should be made manifest in him.
That the works of God shall be made manifest in him. See, it didn't have nothing to do with him, nor did it have anything to do with his mom and dad, but this had to do for my glory. I did this that you would see something inside of him come alive and come to work and come to fruition and come to his fullness right in front of your eyes. And listen, ain't nobody else could have did it but me.
Come on now.
So there is something that you are going through right now. There's something that has attacked you, something that has came against you, and only God can take and heal that affliction.
Yes.
You can cry about it. You can snot about it. You can talk about people. You can run up and down the block. You can try to pay millions of dollars to fix it, but if God doesn't give the increase, you're going to still have it. That's why when God puts you in a situation, our thing is, he said, these kind only come out through what? Prayer and fasting. That's why God gave us the conditions that we need to turn our plates over, and we need to call loud and spare not. We need to just call and talk to God all about this situation. And listen, it ain't that God don't know. He just needs to talk to you.
Come on now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh,
God needs you to call him and for he can get some of your attention.
all right now. Talk to me.
Because a lot of times we running so fast.
Yes.
We doing so much. We being everybody and everything.
And 50.
What's that song saying? I'm every woman. Y'all ain't saying that to me. I'm in everybody. I'm doing everything. Sometimes we being too much.
Yes.
Y'all okay? Y'all all right over this side? Y'all all right over this side? We doing too much. And God said, I need you to slow down because you keep missing what I'm speaking to you. Because you're trying to do it instead of letting me do it. And so here they are now. They demanding an answer from Jesus, saying somebody that messed up, Jesus. I know they did, because if they didn't, he we wouldn't be like he is. And Jesus said, look at that's because your mind's messed up.
Yeah.
Because your mind's messed up. Your mind's warped. You're still thinking carnal. You're still thinking worldly. You're still thinking everything that you go through has a condition of the world. And it doesn't have nothing to do with that. It's all about me.
Come on now.
God.
Jesus said, this is all about me. It ain't got nothing to do with them or what they going through or what they might would have did or what they would have said. And all. Ain't got nothing to do with that. This is about what I came to do.
Yes.
And I came to do this that you will see this great move of God and see the glory that I reveal, that you will be able to get closer to me.
Yeah, you will understand. Come on now.
That you will be able to come and get another touch and stop seeing men as trees.
Yeah.
My God.
So what do you say first, lady? Because I'm keeping a room.
I must work the works of him that sent me.
Read.
While it is day.
While it is day.
When night cometh. When no man can work.
Read.
As long as I am in the world. I am the light of the world. When he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground.
Read.
And made clay of the spittle. And he anointed the eyes of the blind man with the clay.
And first of all, see, this is what we got to be careful about doing God's work, because God said He take the foolish things and confine the wise. And see, we got to be careful about doing God's work, because first of all, when y'all seen Jesus spit on that ground,
come on now. They probably thought, tell the truth, shame it.
First thing y'all see Jesus spit on that ground and bend down there on one leg and start playing down in that dirt.
Well,
spit down on that ground.
Oh, well.
See, I hear you already. Listen, that. But see, you ain't thinking of the outcome.
Well,
you just thinking about, that's nasty. Jesus just be on that ground like that. That's nasty.
Yeah, you're right about it. Come on.
But Jesus got it with power in His hand.
Yes.
And there wasn't no power in the clay. It was what was in Jesus.
That's right. That's right.
And then the blessing came out of being obedient.
Well,
oh, y'all ain't hear me. Because then Jesus said, come here, boy. Come here. Let me put this clay on your eyes.
Yeah.
Jesus wiped spit and clay all in His eyes. First of all, you'd be like, Jesus, you better not wipe that on me. See, half of y'all done missed your best blessing because y'all didn't want what Jesus had to offer.
He really.
I gotta get that tray. I gotta get that tray because I gotta go somewhere.
You're right.
Go ahead, look at me.
Tell the truth.
You're telling it. You gotta say
Well.
See, when Jesus offers you something, the first thing you should do is throw your hands up and say, thank you, Jesus.
You're right about it. Boy, you right about it.
First thing we do, that can't be Jesus. That can't be Jesus spitting on the ground like they're getting ready to wipe that spitty clay in my eye. That can't be Jesus. It's only not Jesus because you're still living in your flesh.
Speak a word.
You ain't living in the glory of God. Because God's power works in the ordinary thing, the ordinary people, the people that lost it and fell out and didn't have control of themselves. I mean, Jesus is working in cussers and fighters and whoremongers and fornicators and adulterers and liars and drunks and cocaine dealers and cocaine users and heroin addicts. Jesus is working through folks that never thought they would ever be anything. And Jesus said, you're great because I said you was great. That's the glory of God. When you can see a man being an alcoholic all his life and Jesus lays his hands on him and he recovers and he says, I'm greater now because Jesus. Ain't got nothing to do with us. Ain't got nothing. Woo! I feel the Spirit of God on me. The Spirit of God on me. That ain't got nothing to do with us. You know, we try to take claim of His work. We try to take thank you, First Lady. We try to take the credit for what Jesus did. Just because you see me lay my hands on it, don't got nothing to do with me. It wasn't my power. I wasn't using my own stuff. I was using His stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just using it's in borrow. This is in borrow. And He said He'll never take it from me, but I gotta use it as He gives it for me to be used.
Come on now. Come on.
I can't just use it when I feel like it. I gotta use it whenever he tells me. So and that's where it gets tricky at. Because sometimes you may be at the Walmart and you may be walking down the aisle and you may see a lady drive past you on one of them scooters, and Jesus said, walk over and just lay your hands on her. And we so scared in our flesh that we won't be obedient to God and just lay hands. And who knows? And Jesus may just be telling you to lay hands just to see if you're gonna be obedient. But who knows if you just lay your hands on them and that lady jump up out of that chair and say, to the glory. But you ain't gonna never know because you're too scared. You still stuck in your flesh. You still worried about who made the mistake that the lady's in the chair.
Come on.
See, I don't worry about how they got in the chair. I'm worried about how we gonna get them out of the chair.
Yes.
I ain't worried about how you became a whoremonger. I'm worried about how to get you out of being a whoremonger. I ain't worried. Listen, I ain't worried about you being a prostitute. I want to figure out how I can get you out. Oh, y'all. And this is all for the glory of God, because God never called none of us to poverty. But he called us to prosperity. That's right. That's what the word said.
Yeah.
But your thought of prosperity and his thought of prosperity are two different things.
Come on now.
Because understand prosperity in God, it says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all his righteousness. He said, then all the other things shall be added. The reason why we don't see the other things because we ain't seeked him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pastor, I'm seeking God. No, you ain't. You seek your job, you seek your friends, you seek your family, and you then when it's all else failed, then you call on God.
Come on now.
He said, seek me first.
Yeah.
He said, seek me first. That's what God said. And then the problem is we're not seeking the kingdom work and God's kingdom of ability first. We're trying to figure it out on our own. And then we're thinking, well, we should have this, that, and other. And listen, you ain't got enough money to have none of that.
Come on now.
But you're trying to catch up with the Joneses. And let me tell you the secret about the Joneses. They don't really have the money to have the stuff they got. They just fooled you.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, that's right.
Oh, listen. I've been over to some rich people's house. Listen to me. And there's some people you thought was rich that really don't got no money. They live the conception. Listen, they live the exception of you know what I'm saying, of being rich, but they ain't got no money. They done maxed out all their credit cards. They got $3.22 in the bank, and they living in a big house up on the hill. They ain't got no food in the refrigerator, nothing in the cabinet, and they trying to figure it out just like me and you are, but they didn't fool you, and you trying to be crazy enough to live just like. Okay. I don't know what they got me today.
Don't worry about the table.
Don't worry about the Joneses.
Yeah.
Pray to God and ask God, what do you have in store for me, God?
Yes.
What do I supposed to have? God said, this is what you're supposed to have. You're supposed to give me glory.
Yes.
And you're supposed to give me honor. And you're supposed to praise me. And then I'm going to add the things that you're supposed to have. I'm going to just slide them in the nick of time. When folks think you down and out, I'm going to slide something in on you. And they're going to say, and then folks going to marvel over your eyes being open. You was blind, but God slid something in and said, look at him, look at him now. And then you start glorifying God and they say, I thought they had lost it.
Come on now.
I thought they was out.
Come on now.
You know how many times people didn't say that y'all probably was done?
Yeah. I hope not.
But God.
Okay. I'm not just talking to y'all, I'm talking to me too.
Yeah.
How many times people that counted y'all, X'd y'all out the equation, said next year they ain't gonna be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
They out. They gonna be strung out somewhere because with the that's the one that got them right there.
Yeah.
And Jesus came in the nick of time and held you up.
My goodness.
Held you up and walked you through that storm. And there was days that you buckled and almost caved, and Jesus said, not now. And he picked you up and threw you on his shoulders. Said, I'm going to carry you for a while until I can figure out how to speak into your life and teach you how to walk again without people being dictators in your life. My Lord. But he's trying to get the glory. He's trying to get the glory out of each one of y'all's life in here. He's trying to get the glory out of your life because he knows you got greatness inside of you. He knows you got greatness inside of you. And what the enemy means to do is steal that. Steal that greatness. Steal that joy. Steal that light. For the Bible said you are the light on the hill. That cannot be hid. And so one thing it is once you give your life to Christ, you become the light that people look for. That they can be led to promise. And without you shining, guess what? People miss out on the true glory of God. Because look, there's people in your life that may never ever look towards me. Never ever look towards First Lady. May never ever look toward Missionary Smith. There's people that only see you. And without you being on that hill, shining bright, there is no light for them.
Come on.
For you are the lighthouse. Because there's something great inside of you. That's shining, that compels men to come. That they get the glory, that they would see the glory of God. And they seen the day when you was up and you was coming through your situation and you was blind, and they seen the day when you was troubled and they didn't think was ever going to get your sight back. And one day Jesus came along the scene and said, look it, what's going on right here? What's wrong with, why is this man blind?
Come on now.
Come over here. And it's the problem now is this. When Jesus calls you, are you hearing his call?
Come on.
Well, if you heard it, why haven't you came yet?
Come on now.
So when Jesus called the man came. Jesus spit in the ground and spit in his eye. Now here's the power of obedience. Now listen, the Bible didn't say the man was healed when Jesus wiped clay in his eye. Now what Jesus tell the man? And I'm going to get ready to get out your way.
Said unto him,
What did he say?
go wash in the pool of Siloam.
Go down and wash in the pool of Siloam.
Which is by interpretation sin.
That means Jesus said, I send you.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak right now in your life. I put spittle and clay on your eyes. Now I want you to go down in the Siloam and wash. Read.
He went his way, therefore, and washed, and came seeing.
And then the blind man didn't need a group of people, hurrah, hurrah, shish, goodbye. The Bible said the man turned and he did his thing, walking down to Shalom, walking down to the pool, and he said he stuck his face down and then started washing his eyes.
Good God Almighty.
See, the problem today when God is trying to give glory in our life, a lot of times we get sidetracked because we need somebody to go with us. We need somebody to go with us to the pool. But Jesus didn't ask nobody to go to the pool. He told him to go to the pool and wash his eye. And the man went down to the pool, and when he came back, the Bible said the man could see.
Come on now.
And now imagine this. You come back seeing everybody that knew you in that state is marveling of the glory of God, saying, what the world just happened? He was blind when he left here, and he had spit and clay on his face, and he went down there and washed his face in that dirty water and came back, and now he knows who we are, what color shirt I got on, what color shoes I got on. He know what color my car is, and that boy ain't never seen in his life. That boy was blind when he came in. That boy 40 years old. That boy now he can see everything. That's the glory of God. That's the glory of God. That's the glory of God. And so they begin to marvel. They begin to marvel of the wonderful acts that Jesus did by spitting in the ground and making clay and wiping on this man's eye. They marveled over the thing that Jesus did, and they begin to give him the glory because he did something miraculous in that man's life. Now understand what happens when that happens is now somebody else wants a blessing too.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. That ain't gonna work for it. Yeah.
But I told you, the biggest thing of the blessing was obedience.
Yeah.
When he was obedient enough to go down into water and wash his face and come back, he is coming back seeing because he was obedient to what Jesus told him to do. What you saying, Pastor? I understand Jesus has came by and he sees you blind. I understand that. I understand that Jesus has spoke and said, but what's going on? And your namesayers has said somebody that messed up. Somebody did something. She did it, or he did it, or her cousin did it, or mom and dad. Somebody got something to say that's negative about the occasion. And so Jesus said, listen, get that out your mind because they ain't got nothing to do with this. This is for my glory. And so now Jesus spoke on your behalf and said, this is for my glory. And now he got clay on your eyes. And now Jesus is speaking to you and say, go wash. Well, where are we going to wash at, Jesus? Now come on to the church.
Come on now.
Go to the church. He said, how can you hear a word without a preacher?
Come on now.
See, so now we got to come into the church that the Spirit of God can wash our face. That he can get this mud off of our eyes because now we got scale. Because that mud had got hard and made a scale over his eyes. And now we got scales over our eyes and we can't see for the scales that cover our eyes. And even when we try to open our eyes, it got hard and dried up and we can't lift our eyes because it's so heavy over our eyes. And Jesus saying, come onto the church. Come unto me, all you that are heavy laden. I will give you rest. He said, come to the altar.
Yeah.
Lay all your yokes.
Lay them down.
Yes.
Lay all your burdens here. For my yoke is easy. My burdens is light. Lay them all here. Come on to me, all you heavy laden. I will give you rest. I'll carry your load for you. Just bring them here to the church. And Jesus is saying, here, bring them here. And let me just anoint your eyes one good time. And by being obedient. By being obedient, people walk out of church seeing things that they ain't never seen before. Doing things they ain't never done before. By being obedient to God. And I thought about this one thing, and I'm getting ready to wrap this up. I thought about this one thing, how Jesus was on his way down into the city. And on his way down to the city, listen, first of all, Jesus had got a telegram from the sisters of Lazarus. And the telegram said, my brother is dying. And he's almost dead. And Jesus said, okay, that's fine and dandy. Listen, sometimes we get in a hurry. Sometimes we get in a hurry and God saying, I'm doing this for my glory, and we didn't got such in a hurry that neither God's glory gets done or nothing else gets done because we got in a hurry and we got in our flesh and we want to do it our way and we had to do it the way we thought was right, and God's back shaking his head saying, I'll be happy when they let me be God. So the sister sent Jesus a message and said, my brother is about to die. One thing about this, Jesus and Lazarus and Mary and Martha was good friends. They was close. They was road dogs. Y'all ain't saying that to me. They had themselves together. They was hooked up. You know, we got things going on. Listen, you mess with them, you messing with me. That's how they roll. But Jesus said, let it be. And on the journey, I can imagine the disciples were still talking, and they were saying, Jesus, we got to get back to the city because they said Lazarus was dying. And Jesus said, calm yourself. Calm yourself. And that's why you got to be careful of people even in your life, because sometimes people will rush you. Come on. Sometimes people will rush you into stuff that ain't meant to be. And so Jesus was like, be still. We're going to get there. But we got work to do right here, right now.
Come on now.
Sometimes we leave work undone trying to rush to do something else. You know what the occasion was with that was, let's leave this undone because this don't really mean nothing to us, but your good friend, like your brother, is almost dead. So let's hurry back and, hold on, because this means just as much to me as my brother's life did.
Right. Come on now.
See, the problem problem with us is we get so caught up in closeness in family and closeness in friends that we forget about doing the work that God told us to do right now. And then God can't get no glory out of it when you come because you ain't doing nothing of him. You're doing it of yourself.
Oh wow.
He don't need your flesh. He don't need your flesh. Your flesh. He said, no flesh should tarry in my sight.
That's the word.
So Jesus said, just be still, man. I get Lazarus when I get there. Let me finish this what we got to do right here. Because listen, what I'm going to do for Lazarus is for my glory.
That's right.
It's going to marvel everybody in the city, and it's going to get y'all straight.
Yes.
Because y'all still stiff-necked, y'all still hard-headed, y'all still disobedient, and y'all still ain't acting right. But let's get this done, and then we'll go down and see about Lazarus. On the way into the city, here comes one of them crazy sisters running up to Lazarus. Then got so come running to Jesus. Got so mad at Jesus, she done told Jesus off on the way down into the city. Jesus ain't paying her no mind because he knew she was foolish in her thoughts because all she was thinking about was her brother being dead and not the glory of God walking into his life.
Yeah, come on.
So Jesus was walking and came here crazy Mary, and I can imagine she probably cussed at Jesus a couple of times. Y'all talking back to me now. Come on, talk back to me. She probably didn't say a few choice words to Jesus because she was mad. She was mad because Jesus didn't come when she called the first time. But Jesus don't have to come when you call. He said, I come.
He's on time. He's on time.
Oh, So Jesus kept on walking down in the city. Jesus kept walking down the city. Now the Bible said that Lazarus been in this tomb dead for
4 days.
4 days. 4 days. 4 days. 4 days in this tomb. Dead. And now everybody looking at Jesus and looking at Mary and Martha and looking back at Jesus, waiting to see what Jesus said and what Jesus going to do. And in the form, Mary and Martha probably mad as 10 bulls. Listen, ready to kill a dead tree. And listen, and now Mary and Martha looked at Jesus and Jesus spoke a word and said, move the stone.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Yeah.
And when the stone was moved away, I can see people start covering their face because the stench began to come out of the grave.
Come on now.
That dead body was stinking so bad. And now people begin to talk about Jesus. This is where I want y'all to understand. Y'all kind of quit worrying about people talking about you when you're doing a great work of God. Because you'll let people talk about you long enough that you'll give up your journey and your job listening to what people got to say. And I can imagine them folk were talking about Jesus, and Jesus was concentrated on Lazarus. And it was stinking, and Jesus was concentrating on Lazarus. And Mary and Martha was over here talking, and he was concentrating on Lazarus. And Jesus could have told all the dead to rise up, but he spoke directly to his friend. He said, Lazarus, come forth. And now the boy, them namesayers really was talking. Now look at this crazy fool calling Lazarus. Lazarus been in there dead for 4 days. It is stinking like a madman out here. And he calling Lazarus, and he telling Lazarus to come forth. Listen, he didn't say another word, but about 2 or 3 minutes later, here comes Lazarus hopping out of a dead man's grave, alive again. Because why did Lazarus come back alive? Because life called Lazarus. Life demanded Lazarus to come back. Ain't nothing dead that Jesus calls back into life. Jesus called Lazarus, and Lazarus recognized the voice. That's why he said, when you hear my voice, harden not your heart. Listen, when I call my sheep, yeah. So when Jesus called, he didn't hear his brother. He heard his master speak.
That's right. He heard the master's call. Come on now, make it plain. He heard the master's call.
Yeah, he might have been your close friend, but when he called, he heard the shepherd. He heard the shepherd. That's my shepherd calling. See, the key thing to this is understanding. A lot of y'all don't know about sheep. Sheep is a dumb animal. That's what they call us. They call us sheep. They call us sheep. Sheep is a very dumb animal. But listen, one thing a sheep would never do, a sheep would never come after another man's voice.
That's right.
So if I'm the king over this whole herd right here, everybody can yell and scream and hootie and howl, but I can just say, come, and then my whole sheep will start running. And the thing was, everybody probably called Lazarus all 3-4 days. He was in that grave. They was crying and snotting, and they were saying all kind of crazy stuff. But the master, the shepherd of that sheep, spoke his name, Lazarus, out of there.
Yeah.
Come on out of there. Somebody give me a glass of water. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. When Jesus, that's all you're going to do is call his name. That's all I got to do because my sheep know my voice and no other will they follow after. What's going on? Why are we hearing noises? That's Lazarus coming to me because he needs to see what I want from him.
Yeah. Come on now.
You saying something.
Okay, I'm going to let y'all go.
For the glory of God.
Let y'all go.
Yes.
Glory of God.
Lazarus came forth for God's glory.
Yes, Lord. Thank you.
When he came forth, people began to marvel. When he came out of that grave, people began to marvel. Just seeing like, what in the world just happened here. We know he been in there for. We know something. And folk begin to marvel. I can imagine now people are bowing down. Now we understand a statement that he said in the last days, every knee shall bow. Can nobody do it like God can do it? Can nobody move in your life like God can?
Yes.
The powerful thing of this is, if we want to get to the point where we see the glory of God, we got to do it the way God has designed it to be done.
Yeah.
Now, your situation may last for a long time, but understand once he gives you permission to go down and wash, just go. When he tells you to go, just be obedient and go. Because when you disobedient, that's when you miss out on your blessing.
Come on now.
My goodness.
So I say this to you, this is only for the glory of God.
Yes, it is.
This is only for the glory of God. Y'all stay with me. I'm done.
My God.
I'm done. I choked myself up. It's only for the glory of God. Is any of you